things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Badgers. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies offense will go on the attack first. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness.
He's loose on the left. The 40. The 30. Past the 20. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And option football is so hard to defend. It basically becomes assignment football. It's almost like basketball where you say, I got him, you got him. Defensive ends a lot of times play the quarterback. And once the quarterback pitches it, a lot of times it's the alley defender next who has to come up and make those plays. Those options really stress defenses.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down.
Touchdown, Huskies! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best 2 teams out of all these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Offense changing the play. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants to go deep. Catches it past across the sticks and still on his feet. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stein. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Wants to throw. It's Hendricks. A shot toward the end zone. Snags it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Nice job getting to the QB there. The best Wisconsin defenses always seem to have a game breaker and a difference maker. This guy can be that for this unit. But we think back to the Watt brothers, right? TJ, JJ, nobody could block those guys one-on-one, and they just ruin coordinators' game plans offensively.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hendricks. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Second down, he'll throw it. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Badgers! Fitted in the window for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big field. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. On the run from inside his 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been
Running free. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Motion from the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the air, it's Hendricks. Swings it out to the flat. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Pocket breaking down. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Intercepted. A turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Unloads to the wideout. Fires There's the pass, intercepted. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Gets it to him on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
It's a draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, they try to go draw on that one. There was just nowhere for the back to go. Great job defensively.
Yeah, and great penetration. You want him to run upfield in the draw play. The defense doesn't bite, stuffs the run.
Catch in the middle, it's Coates. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll keep it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
To throw, it's Hendricks. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
There he goes. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football,
and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Dropping back, it's Hendricks. Rushes on him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, and a move. Knocked off his feet.
And I love the play call. Get it to the running back, chew up some yards so you make third down more manageable. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, Jesse. Now as a quarterback, I can be successful.
Yeah, and I think
And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They're working that left side. Gets away from one, finds some space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Sends it back in motion. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a connection. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this.
Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it up to 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. This is a tough one. A third and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. To the air, it's Hendricks. He's got it on the run. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite? Receiver. And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack, a shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Trying to punch it in. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Catch in the middle. It stops. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Dobbs. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Huskies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to keep it in the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Send the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Straight ahead from inside his 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If
fires toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Washington, 21.
Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and